Hi guys, in this video I want to show you how you can do text wrapping, how to center vertically and horizontally in cells, and hiding and unhiding columns and rows. Right, so let me first show you in my sheet here. This is what we call text wrapping. As you can see, the text is in 3 separate lines. And these cells, the information has been centered vertically and horizontally within the cell. And then I'll also show you how to hide and unhide columns and rows. Let's first see how we wrap text. So when I go to my other sheet, in this sheet I didn't do the text wrapping so that you can see how to do text wrapping. Here's the option to wrap text, as you can see here. When I click on this option, it changes the text wrap as the previous sheet, but in order to get your text like this, you have to use the option called Alt-Enter, because as you can see, you can wrap the text, but nothing will really happen if you wrap the text. So if you want your text to be in separate lines, you do it by using Alt-Enter. With other words, when I select my text and I want to edit the text, you can double click in the cell so that your cursor is active and it flashes. And then you place the cursor in front of the text that you want to move to a new line. So with other words, I want to move the word of to a new line. So I place the cursor before of, and then on my keyboard I use Alt and Enter. So you hold the Alt key and then you press Enter, and it will take the text to a new line. Now I'm going to do the same with the word tours. Put the cursor before the word tours, hold the Alt key and Enter. And this is the easiest way to wrap your text. And as you saw, after I wrapped the text, it automatically adjusted the row as well to the size of the text. You can see the row is much bigger now because the information is now in 3 separate lines. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to show you is how to change the alignment of your text vertically and horizontally in the center of your cells. So just to show you, currently your cells, the information is centered in your cells. Let me just reduce this. Okay. As you can see, at the moment it is centered. The information is centered in the cell by using the option here that says center. Okay. But if you want this effect where the information is also centered vertically, all you do is highlight the information you want to apply the centering to, and then these buttons over here, it'll tell you align text to the top, align text to the middle, align text so that it is centered between the top and the bottom of the cell. At the moment, the one that's selected is bottom aligned, as you can see, because it's in the bottom of the cell. So the moment when you select this option, then your information is centered vertically and horizontally within the cell. Okay. And then just showing you how to hide and unhide columns, because in some instances they want you to hide certain columns because they don't want to see the information of that specific column or the row. So when you want to hide a row or a column, select the column or columns that you want to hide. Highlight the column, for example. Let's say I want to hide the information for December and January. Highlight both columns. Do you see where's my cursor at the moment? Very important. You right click with your mouse, and then you have the option where it says hide and unhide. So the moment when I click on hide, the columns will disappear, but they're not deleted, they're just hidden. So as you can see now, the columns are showing column A, column D, column E, F, because we've hidden column B and C. Okay, so if you want to unhide the columns again, highlight column A and column D, highlight both of the columns, because remember those columns are between these two columns. Okay, right click with your mouse, and there's your option then again to unhide your columns. So click on unhide, and then it will bring back your columns. The same applies to rows. Let's say you want to hide row number 8 and row number 9. Highlight the whole row. Remember, when I say the whole row, I'm not just selecting the information in the spreadsheet. I'm actually highlighting the whole row. Ensure that your cursor is in the headings of the rows. With other words, it must be here by the numbering of the rows, 8 and 9. Right click with your mouse and you apply the same click on hide. And the moment when you click on hide again, the rows disappear, but they're not deleted, they're still there, because you can see that your numbering of your rows is now saying 6, 7 and 10. Rows 8 and 9 have been hidden. And apply the same method with the columns. Highlight row 7 and row 10. To unhide, right click and unhide. Right. If you by accident, let's say you hide column A, it's very difficult to get column A back. But if you have a look at my cursor, I don't know if you can see it on the video, my cursor changes into two little arrows that goes left and right. That's to indicate that one of the columns have been hidden. And when you double click with your mouse, it should unhide. If it doesn't unhide, no, it did unhide. The only thing is, the moment when I unhide the column, it jumps to column B and it looks like you didn't unhide column A, as you can see. But here at the bottom, just have a look, you have your scroll bar here. So just scroll with your scroll bar back to the beginning of the sheet by pressing these arrows. Okay, then you'll see column A is back. So let me just show you again. If you hide column A and you want to bring column A back, just put your cursor right between the select all button and column B, so that your cursor changes into the two arrows going left and going right. Double click with your mouse, and remember, take your cursor with the scroll bar here and just scroll to the left, and then you'll see column A is back. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and thanks for watching.